Hello, you all get to join me on my morning walk today. And if you're watching this video right after it premieres and the picture quality isn't good, wait another few hours because I'm filming at 4K at 60 frames per second. It's just a path here that I'm walking along, getting some exercise. And what I want to talk about today is bridge guy, a planned crime versus an unplanned crime. And I've been trying to go out in nature here and just put myself in a different mind space and think about what type of a person it would take to do something to two teenagers like Abby and Libby, like this person did, in broad daylight. Now, if you have a planned crime, you obviously know the girls are going to be there. You may even know that they're off school that day, which they weren't supposed to be typically, but it was some kind of a snow day or something, and that's part of the reason why they went to the Monon High Bridge that day. But we also have to consider that it was February. Granted, it was unusually warm, but it's not like it was hot out. I mean, it was still, you know, only around like 50 degrees, maybe mid 50s at the most. And that isn't for a very long period of time. Then you've got the crossing of the cold creek, which is still going to be icy cold because the temperatures were near freezing like the week before that. So these are all things you have to factor in when asking yourself, was this a pre-planned crime? Now, the other hand, you have somebody who, let's say it was just a crime of opportunity and they didn't plan it. Or maybe they did plan it, but they weren't the specific targets when it was first thought out in this person's mind. So when you're studying this case, I would implore all of you, and I'm not making this video to make a determination whether it was or wasn't. I'd love to hear your opinions. But when you're thinking about this crime, think about that. Think about if you were out there in February in Indiana, where it's still pretty chilly outside. It's broad daylight. You apparently, we don't know for sure, but apparently cross through an icy cold creek. You allegedly stage a crime scene. And just factor in all the things that would have to go right for you to get away with that crime in broad daylight without a hitch for the most part, it appears. Obviously, you wouldn't want to bring your cell phone because they can track within reason where cell phones are and triangulate them. You wouldn't want there to be any witnesses, so you'd probably either have a disguise or you wouldn't want somebody to see you, which is kind of why I wonder sometimes, you know, is that why Bridge Guy doesn't freak out when Liberty's filming him? Because he doesn't want to make it look like he's suspicious before he gets up there? You know, I have so many questions that I hope have answers someday. Again, I've been studying and investigating this crime for like 2 years now, 2.5, 3, yeah, it's actually closer to 3. And I go back and forth on certain things. But the one thing I don't go back and forth on is I think, I don't know, I just think it's a really, really poor plan to stage an unplanned crime. That's just my opinion. Too many things happened pre and post mortem for that to seem like it's an unplanned crime. This is probably something the person had thought about, fantasized about, you know, even if it was a catfish scenario, for a long time. So this person had to have had some sort of comfortability in that environment. Number one, to cross a bridge that's 60 feet high, but number two, to roam around through woods. I mean, is some stranger from just out of town gonna do that in the middle of February? Like, It's possible. Is it likely? I seriously doubt it. And of course, I'm sure the FBI profilers and behavioral analysis people all know this sort of thing as well. Anyway, again, be respectful in the comments section. Don't start accusing the family members. I don't want to hear that crap. Mike Patty has an alibi. He's on camera at the time of the crime. So unless you think he hired a hitman to kill his own daughter and her best friend, I don't want to hear that crap on my page anymore. We work on critical thinking here on this page. It's not something where we're trying to turn a profit off of. Many of us have children of our own, and I think that's why so many of us are so passionate about having this crime solved and keeping it in the public eye. It's like the boogeyman. It's there. You see it on the camera. There's video, there's audio, and to still not be able to catch this guy. Boy. Again, my heart goes out to the family members, everybody who was involved in losing their family members in this crime. Let's hope today is the day that they finally catch Bridge Guy and the person or persons who tragically killed Abigail Williams and Liberty German on February 13th, 2017. I'm always open to hearing your theories. Please post them in the comments. But I'm going to remind you all again, if you do so respectfully and be logical about it. Don't just start throwing wild theories and accusations out there without some sort of at least logical basis for it. You could take that crap to a million other people's pages. I'm not doing that. You're more than welcome to your opinion, but back it up with some sort of logical reasoning at the very least if you do. Thanks everybody and have a great day.